MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Chicago Cubs.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And check out the left side of this infield. Do you think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Leading off the afternoon for San Francisco, second baseman, Rod Carew.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the run is Griffey. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Into the box now, Austin Jackson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. A 1-1. Is a fastball down below the knees. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit it nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
Orlando Cepeda will be next. Now the payoff pitch home. Here's a pop-up now. Bagwell has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting first baseman, Orlando Cepeda.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Favorable call in there for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Junior looks up into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Hit the other way out toward right field. Griffey waits on it, and the inning is over. Giants off to a good start. Bye-bye, baby. It's a solo home run. Home half of the first coming up from Wrigley. It's 1-0 San Francisco. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
Johnny Cueto gets the call in hostile territory here for game 1 of the division series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Johnny Cueto's an interesting guy, man. Has a funky delivery. We call it the shimmy or the shake. He turns his back kind of Louis Tion style, throws from a lot of different arm angles, but his stuff is good. 93 to 96 miles an hour, good changeup and a good hard slider. The key with Johnny Cueto, keeping his pitch count down early on in the game.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Ready now, Joe Morgan. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
The 1-2. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Really good at bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one.
If you're going to get a swing on a fastball that far in off the plate, I think you got to go right back in there or bounce something soft down and away.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Settling in now, Jeff Bagwell. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. One out, nobody on. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Bagwell. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Now at the plate, Junior Moore. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First offering on its way. There's the cut fastball, but it's low. 1-0.
You want to talk about setting the tone and getting your teammates relaxed? That's exactly what this pitcher did, coming in and punching tickets. First 2 batters of the game.
On the corner away, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Hard on the ground towards short. Crawford's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It remains 1-0. Here's Buster Posey now. They'll get us started in the top of the second.
Catcher, Buster Posey.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And that swung on and missed, and Posey goes down for the first out.
Batting second, right fielder, Andrew McCutcheon.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
When you know a guy has a great changeup on the mound, you got to be willing to give up pull side of the plate from time to time. It just looked like his timing was a smidge off.
1-1 to Andrew McCutchen. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And she'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Oh and 1, here it comes. The changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Now at the plate, Babe Ruth. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Fielder, Babe Ruth.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. It was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat. Standing in, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Ruth on at first. Nobody out. A 2 ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
If you're going to have any chance against a good pitcher, you got to find yourself in some great counts, and he certainly worked himself into a nice 2-0 count right here.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Fouled off. The next 3-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Another payoff pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Batting fifth, catcher.
So striding in, Mike Piazza. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Jackson. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there. Instead, he has to hold at third. Can't really fault him for that, though.
In now, Mike Schmidt. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Schmidt is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. Weak grounder back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down. Now to the plate, Michael Davis, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there, strike one.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
Ready with the 0-1. Fly ball right down the line and left. On the run is blocked. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Cubs strand a couple. They still trail 1-0. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Cloud Gate there, a popular tourist destination at Millennium Park. Stepping in, Lou Brock. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Hit out towards second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 47.
Into the box, Johnny Cueto. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
Whoa.
2-1.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Bases are empty, one man out. Called strike 2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Stepping in now, Rod Carew, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Digging in, Cal Ripken. He'll lead it off against Johnny Cueto. First offering on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series. And the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Standing in now, Joe Morgan. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. Two and one to Joe Morgan.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Now the 2-1. Is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
This is pulled into right. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
He gave it all he had out there in right field, but he just couldn't quite catch up with it. I like the effort with the leap, but once it got down, he was off to the races and into third.
Into the box now, Jeff Bagwell, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Morgan, the runner at third with no outs. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1, you're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Not the kind of swing you're looking for. 3-1 as it runs to a full count now, 3-2.
Oh man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Count still full, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Drilled to first. A play at the plate. The tag from Posey is right there, and he is gone at home plate. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the one out.
I think the decision to send him home came down to one thing: the guy they're facing on the mound. He's not likely to struggle out there and give up several runs, so I think they thought risking it for an early run was worth it. Didn't pay off that time, though.
In now, Junior Moore. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 1-1 home. Liner in there for a base hit. Throwing to second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second. Well, that had to feel good because it was one of those that you don't even feel the ball hit your bat. Showtrack tells us he blasted it out there at 115 miles an hour. So, yeah, he squared it up about as good as you can. So runners at first and second here with one away. And here comes the Babe. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only: get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
The 1-0. Drilled on the ground to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. Bagwell rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit high.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
First and second now, one man out. And it's a ball and a strike to Ken Griffey Jr. Line drive to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
Now batting, catcher, Mike Piazza.
Ready for another chance. Mike Piazza, 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Cueto pauses. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. A ball and a strike.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
The 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. McCutchen is under it, and that's the third out. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. He popped out in his first trip.
Center fielder number 16, Austin Jackson.
First pitch on its way. There's a strike. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. 1-2. Here it comes. And Jackson swings and misses as he's gone on strikes for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Digging in now, Orlando Cepeda. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, in this last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The batter, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
So 2 away for the Giants here in the 4th. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. Here's the first pitch to him. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Longoria waiting on the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Now the 2-0. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So that'll extend the inning with 2 away and bring in Buster Posey to bat.
Now batting,
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's Buster Posey now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. One left for San Francisco. Our score remains 2-1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mike Schmidt. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Mike.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Michael Davis, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 1 thus far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the move is Jackson. One out. Striding in, Cal Ripken. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless. That was the 63rd pitch in 3 1/3 innings. I'm sure this guy wanted to keep that pitch count a lot lower than where it's at right now.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Runner goes for second. Into the corner and slicing foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Back up the middle towards second. Carew is there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. One hit's all they get. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Cubbies are in front 2-1. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Popped him up. Ripken moving to his left. And that's the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. The windup and the 0-1. And it's 1-1. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box, Lou Brock. As he'll watch a knuckleball that finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Giants down in order. They still trail it here 2-1. Back to the top of the order now. And here comes an important cog in the big red machine, Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan.
Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1. Swung on but fouled off to the left. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Now batting, first baseman, Jeff.
Digging in to try it again, Jeff Bagwell. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of that fastball. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. To 2-2 now.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Here now the 2-2. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left, but foul. Now another 2-2. Up around the face.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
The 3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First offering on its way. Ripped down the line, and that gets through for a one-out base hit. Now a long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now this is on the ground at first. We'll see if they can get two. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Into the box now, Mike Piazza, skied into straightaway right. McCutchen on the move. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And the run is in to score from third, and it's a 4-1 game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
So runners at the corners with two gone, and in steps all-time Philly great Mike Schmidt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider down low for a strike.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
Sliders in for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Cueto pauses. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 2 costly errors, and 2 men left on base. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cubs are on top 4-1. Nick Hundley will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Nick Hundley.
And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 delivery. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Weak chopper up the line. Schmidt scoops it up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting, second baseman, Rod Carew.
Digging in once again, Rod Carew. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
A ball and a strike to the Giants leadoff man. Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. The 1-2. Looped over toward first, but this will be taken easily at first, and there are two gone.
Center fielder number 16, Austin.
Now at the plate, Austin Jackson. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. First pitch on its way. Hit down the third base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this two-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
Here's a splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. One run, 2 hits, and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. Popped him up. Piazza waits on it. And that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Derek Law enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth.
Number 64, Derek Law.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Michael Davis. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Michael Davis.
Here comes the first pitch. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 8, shortstop,
Cal Ripken will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
In now, Joe Morgan. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 home. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Orlando Cepeda will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. A ball and 2 strikes now. Two balls and 2 strikes to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Smokes it foul down the line at first.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Slow bouncer to the right side, but it's foul, strike 1. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up, ball 1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. 2 balls and a strike to Longoria.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And treading carefully with Longoria here. It's 3-1 now. The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Sliced hard on the ground. Bagwell has it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, catcher, Buster Posey.
Coming to the plate now, Buster Posey. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. 2 out, nobody on. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. Here's a strike.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Popped him up. Schmidt is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Giants down in order. They trail it 4-1.
7th inning stretch.
Hunter Strickland gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Hunter Strickland.
So coming to the plate, Jeff Bagwell. No hits to this point.
Third baseman, Jeff Bagwell.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now another 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Stepping in now, Junior Moore, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Stepping up to the plate, Babe Ruth will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. And the changeup is way low that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Three and one to the Cubs left fielder.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. A solo shot for Babe Ruth. His first homer here in the series as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Into the box, Ken Griffey Jr. as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone. But something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Two out, nobody on. And Junior lays off that one, and the count's back even at 2-2.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time, and it's fouled away. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We're through 7 this afternoon. It's now 5-1. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First offering on its way. 4-1.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 1-0. Smoke toward third. Schmidt has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. One gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop Brandon Crawford. Here's the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
The 1-1 home. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Again, a 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
At the plate, Lou Brock. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Leaves a changeup high for a strike. Two out, nobody on. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're down here 5-1. And now Boch is going to make his way out toward home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Corey Guerin will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Leonis Martinez will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Now at the plate, Mike Piazza earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2. You've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Here it comes, 0-2. Short, hit hard. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Mike.
So digging in now, Mike Schmidt. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. One out, nobody on.
That's a ball.
1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. The 2-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Toss pitcher number 21.
Enos Slaughter will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Slaughter.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Now the 3-0 offering. This is pulled into right. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Standing in now, Cal Ripken. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 delivery to short. There is Crawford. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from game 1 after this. Fergie Jenkins comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Fergie Jenkins.
Striding in to start the 9th, Leonis Martin, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ruth has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Rod Carew. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. And the great Raleigh Fingers is up and throwing now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, 2 to Rod Carew.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First offering on its way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. One and two now. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Five to 1, the final total in today's game. The Chicago Cubs jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Michael Davis is credited with the win. So that'll just about do it for my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. In Game 1 of the NL Division Series, the Chicago Cubs held their opponent to just 2 hits as they defeated the visiting Giants 5-1. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. For Game 1 of the National League Division Series, Clayton Kershaw twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound, leading the Dodgers to victory over Washington 2-0. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.